So, good evening, ma'am. This is the presentation of the Group 4, the recruitment process of the PNP. So, first, for the regular recruitment, letter A, the recruitment process at the PRO and SU level shall start after the lapse of 10 working days from publication of their respective recruitment quota. Letter B, for patrolman and policewoman shall submit to the RSU their accomplished application form for pre-assessment purpose, after which they will wait for advice. C. After that, RSU shall notify the application form for pre-assessment processing of their folder containing mandatory requirements for the applicants. D. The Secretariat shall publish the list of applicants at least 5 public places and through the local media. And last, the Secretariat shall consolidate and submit all application folders to the RSC, which shall conduct an initial screening of the applicants. And for the attrition recruitment, screening and evaluation at the municipal, city, or district level shall only start after the lapse of 10 working days from the publication of their recruitment quota. Upon receipt, the following quota, mayor as chair of the local POC shall create an ADHOC body, which is number 1, DILG, City Local Government Operation Officer, Municipal Local Government Operation. Number 2, Peace and Order Council members. Number 3, a woman members of a non-government organization. And last, the city director. In the case of number qualified applicants from the locality is less than city municipal quota, applicants from others shall become considered according the following. The first priority, those coming from adjacent city municipalities. Second priority, the coming from other municipality within the provincial district. Third priority, those who come to the other part of region. Fourth priority, those coming from the other region. The screening at the municipal city level shall be completed in 7 working days, while that highly urbanized and Metro Manila cities shall be completed within 15 days. The list of recommenders shall be submitted to the chairman and HOC committee, who shall in turn endorse the list within 2 working days to the PNP provincial director or the distinct director, as the case may be. Final evaluation of patrolman applicants for regular and attrition recruitment program. The final evaluation includes the sequential conduct of the following assessment: examination and test, initial assessment of the body mass index or the BMI, electrocardiogram ECG examination, physical agility test or PAT, psychological examination PPE, complete medical and dental examination PMD. The drug test shall be conducted on passers anytime after the physical agility test in PPE or PMD, but before the final committee interview. Failure in initial test examination disqualifies an applicant from proceeding the next examination. Initial assessment of the body mass index. The PNP service within the presence of NAPOLCOM and PRO and SU representative shall conduct an assessment of BMI to all applicants with the use of an electronic device prescribed by the PNP and approved by the NAPOLCOM for the purpose. The conduct of such assessment is aimed to determine BMI qualified applicants right from the start of the recruitment process. Number 2, BMI qualified applicants shall undergo electrodiagram test before the physical agility test, determine their fitness to undergo the rigors of of the latter test. Failure to pass is disqualified of applicant from proceeding to undergo the physical agility test. The PNP may coordinate with the AFP hospital, regional DOH, may or any public hospital accredited by the NAPOLCOM for the assistance in the conduct of physics, psychiatric or psychological examination applicants. A report on who among the applicants passed and failed the test duly certified under oath shall represent by the PNP officers who conduct the same and shall be submitted to the REC within 3 working days from the conduct of said examination. The individual PPE results shall be submitted to the Secretariat within 10 days. The Secretariat and the Health Service shall publish the PPE result in conspicuous area at the PPE section, Health Service, and in different regional health service unit. Once a applicant fails the PPE, he/she can only be allowed to retake the same after 6 months. There will be no evaluation or reconsiderations once the applicant has been declared as failed or not recommended. If an applicant failed the PPE three times, if the applicant failed the PPE 3 times, he or she shall be permanently barred to apply the PNP recruitment program. The character background investigation (CBI) shall be conduct on PPE passers and must be complete before the start of the final committee interview. To complete, CBI shall determine their morality, integrity, loyalty, dedication, character, and reputation, and possible involvement in any questionable or criminal activities or violent includes or violent incident or membership in any dubious or terrorist organization. In order to get additional information on the applicant ordinance, the CBI shall include the procurement of a certificate good moral character from the applicant's collegiate school. The CBI shall be conducted by the Directorate from Intelligence through its operating unit like the Intelligence Group and the Regional Intelligence Unit. Absolutely, there shall be no oath-taking of applicant without recommended by the CBI. The validation of the result of the complete CBI shall continue during 1 year pro probationary period. The PNP may be seek the assistance of AFP Intelligence Office units in conduct of complete CBI of police applicants. The PNP or PRS, upon receipt of any serious and valid derogatory record in form, shall turn over the report to the DIDM as the case may be appropriate action. Any serious and valid derogatory record and or information shall be ground for cancellation of appointment of the recruit. For appointment to patrolman and patrolwoman. For the final recruitment, the pro NSU shall interview imbank and applicants who successfully pass through the sequel stage, including the drug test and character background investigation. A. The final interview shall determine the applicant's attitude to join the police service. Like, Danipos mo yan. TV sa amin. Go. Police service, likableness, affability, outside interest, conversational ability, agreeable, mannerism, and etc. And letter B. Absolutely no applicant shall be interviewed unless
he, she pass through the sequential process and it's declared in all stage. For the attrition is the PTO NSU shall submit the list of qualified applicants to the regional NSU director who shall then observe the prescribed selection of process. And doon naman po tayo sa certification by the NAPOLCOM and attestation by the CESC. Number 1, simulation with the preparation of the list of qualified applicants for the requirements certification by the NAPOLCOM Regional Director, NAPOLCOM's representative to the Regional NSU and RSC. Regional Director NSU Director shall direct the Chief RP, HRDDD, and ADPRM and HRMO to prepare the appointment papers in 5 copies of qualified and eligible using KSS Forma Big 30 to distribute as following: original appointee, duplicate of RPHRDDD and ADR, APDRM, ARMO, triplicate CSC, quadruplicate appointee, and quintuplicate PRSC. Number 2, the appointing authority shall approve the submit the KSS Parma Big 33 of the appointees to the proper CSC field regional office of for attention without any delay and while waiting for the certification by the NAPOLCOM Regional Director, NAPOLCOM, representative the regional, NSU, and RSC. So number 3 na. 3 na po tayo. Once appointee ID issue by the appointing authority, the appointee shall take heed oath of office o panunumpa sa katungkulan as much as possible on the date declared by NHQ PNP and assume the duties of the position as precondition for entitlement to receipt of salary. Then number 4 is the CSC Field Regional Office of the expected to act on the submit appointment and return to the appointing authority at the earliest time. Should CSC disapprove any appointment, the PNP Pro NSU Director may either file a motion for reconsideration and appeal to the higher CSC office within the 15th day from receipt of the disapproved and appointment or terminate the employment and direct the discontinuance of the grant of salary. Then number 5, the NAPOLCOM Regional Director representative to the NSU RSC shall review and return the certified list of proposed appointees to the PMP Regional NSU Director within three working days from receipt thereof. Any finding that applicants is not qualified for appointment as patrolman or patrolwoman shall be clearly indicate in the official report to the PNP appointing authority. Then doon naman po tayo sa issuance of appointment orders and oath taking. Yan eh. After submission of the application folders and the documentary requirements to support the attestation and approval by the CSC of the new patrolman and patrolwoman. The letter A is appointment orders effective on the issuance of the appointment in alphabetical order, indicating the address of visit, the names, and B, orders according to their ranking with badge number and PNP personal identification numbers or PPINS opposite their names. The order of merit established by the screening committee Through the evaluation of the qualification and results of interviewee shall be used in the assignment of the batch numbers of NPPNS. Then the number three, the outtaking shall be scheduled immediately but not earlier than the issuance of and effectivity of the appointed issue. Doon po tayo sa principles of transparency. A. The requirement process must be free of anomalies, illegal acts, malpractices, and bias and favoritism. Fairness and equality must prevail over and above personal interest. This can be achieved and strengthened through the implementation of the principle of transparency. All applicants shall be apprised truly of the screening, selection process, and procedures. Letter B. All PNP personnel, uniform and non-uniform, involved the processing of applicants shall be issued appropriate orders before the start of the requirement process. Then C. The presence of the chairpersons and chairpersons is required to constitute or a quorum of the screening committee. D. The records of the recruitment, selections, and appointments shall be available for inspection by the Commission and HQPNP or its duty authorized representative. E. There shall be recruitment status reports in every stage of the selection screening process. Then F. According the status report of each stage of the selection screening process must be posted in conspicuous place of the recruiting office until the information of all applicants. Then G. Any misrepresentation or concealment of a material fact by the applicants, such as submission of fake eligibility or spurious documents, shall be a cause for the immediate termination from the police service and or permanent disqualification of appointment in the police service. Appointing authority. The PNP Regional Director shall be the appointing authority for applicants' recruitment and the regional labor. Then letter B, the Director of the concerned National Support Unit NSU shall be the appointing authority or the applicants recruited by such as particular unit. Then sa status of appointment of a newly appointed patrolman and patrolwoman, letter A. Temporarily appointment shall be issued to a newly recruited patrolman and patrolwoman who meets the requirements minimum qualification except the training requirements, which is the PNP Field Training Program or FTP. The FTP shall be composed of the Public Safety Basic Recruitment Course or PSBRC and the Field Training Exercise or FTX. Such temporary appointment shall not be exceed in 12 months to be reckoned from the date it was issued. Then B. Permanent appointment shall be issued to a patrolman and patrolwoman after the completion of the requirements of PNP FTP for 12 months involving actual experience and assignment in patrol, traffic, and investigation. Dito po tayo sa qualification that may be waived upon under the waiver program. And this is the conditions on the waivers for initial appointment to the PNP. The age, height, and weight for the initial appointment to the PNP may be waived only when the number of qualified applicants falls below the approved national region quota. Letter B, the Commission on Bank may grant age, height, and weight waiver. The NAPOLCOM Regional Director may grant waiver to a member of an indigenous group. Then C, waiver of the age requirements may be granted provided that applicants shall not be less than 20 or more than 35 years of age. Then D, waiver of the height requirements may be granted to male applicants at least 1 meter and 55 cm and to a female applicant who is at least 1 meter and 52 cm, provided that minimum height requirement for applicants who belong to indigenous group duly certified by the Office of the Muslim Affairs or MOA or the National Commission of Indigenous People or NCIP shall be 1.52 meters for male and 1.45 meters for female. E. An applicant who is granted a waiver shall be given reasonable time not exceed of 6 months within which comply with the said requirements. Failure to attain the requirements weight shall cause the termination from the service. Then sa factors of considered in grant waivers, A, outstanding, accomplished, or possession of special skills in law enforcement, police works, martial arts, marksmanship, and similar skills. Special talent B. Special talents in the field, sports, music, and others. C. And then C is extensive experience or training in forensic science and other technical service. And dito naman po tayo sa criteria under the waiver program. Applicants who possess the least disqualification shall take precedence over those who possess more disqualification. The requirement shall be waived in the following order: age, height, and weight, or AHW. Then doon naman po tayo sa ito yung tatandaan natin. Appointment under waiver program is temporary PNP members who fail to comply the specific requirement shall be dismissed. Then yung isa is PNP members under the waiver program but is dismissed for a failure to comply with the requirements can reapply provided he/she complies satisfied already with minimum requirements. Doon naman po tayo sa NAPOLCOM participation in the PNP requirements and the promotion programs. NAPOLCOM representatives to the PNP requirements screening committees are actively involved in the requirements and selection process, including interview of applicants and the neuropsychiatric examination, physical and medical and dental examination, and physical agility test or PAT, and drug test. There are also NAPOLCOM representative to the following PNP promotion boards. The POC promotion boards, the number 2 is PNOC promotion boards, and 3 is lateral entry board. Then sa appointment, doon naman po tayo sa appointment. Any applicants who meets the general qualification required in the screening procedure shall be recommended for appointment to police service and who pass the test for initial appointment, which is classified as follows: permanent, When an applicant possesses the upgrade of general qualification for appointment in the PNP, it is when applicants possess upgrade general qualification for appointment in its listing intent for indefinite position. Then sa temporary naman po tayo, when the PNP personnel is admitted to the service due to the waiver of the educational or weight requirements, any members who will fail to satisfy any of the waived requirements within the specific time periods shall be dismissed from the service. Then sa appointment of uniform PNP personnel, the patrolman and patrolman to the police executive master sergeant appointed by the regional director of police regional office or PRO personnel or the chief. PNP for the national headquarters personnel. This is delegated to the respective director or NASUS and NOSUS. The Then doon naman po tayo sa Police Lieutenant to Police Lieutenant Colonel. Appointed by the Chief PNP. Police Colonel or to Police Lieutenant General appointed by the President upon the recommendation of the Chief PNP subject to confirmation by the Civil Service Commission. Then Police General is appointed by the President from among the senior office down to the rank of Police Brigadier General, subject to the confirmation of the Civil Service Commission. Then B, doon naman po tayo sa trainings. Two categories of PNP trainings, specialized trainings and mandatory career course.
Personnel. A. Mandatory courses. These are the compulsory training required to be undertaken by the PNP uniform personnel in order to expand their knowledge for better work performance and career development. It also serves as regular training that will be help refresh and enhance the knowledge of police personnel on police matters as they prepare to assume the responsibility of higher rank. Ito sa B, specialized training. These are the training programs aims at providing members of the PNP, particularly uniformed personnel of the different NSU and PROS, from the headquarters down to the present levels, with the essential knowledge and specialized skills in the administrative, technical, and operation affairs of the police service. These training programs ensure the effective and efficient discharge of their duties and responsibilities as member of the organization and help instill this discipline, integrity, and proper work ethics requirement to be professional police public servant. And number two, for non-uniform personnel. A. Integrated training program for the non-uniform personnel. IDP and UP. Aim to the facilitate the development of the individual in UP so they can function and operate in a skillful and professional manners. The ITP and UP has the duration of 33 days divided into three major phases. Number B naman, training of program from NUP. Phase 1, foundation courses. Phase 2 naman, specialized skills training for the first level. Phase 3, specialized skills training for second level. And number C, foreign assist training. Foreign training for this designed to bring together a combination for participants from the various countries to share expertise, impart knowledge, foster diplomatic relations between nations, seeks to promote cooperation and communication between foreign law enforcement personnel and foster capacity building development. It is classified into the two categories. And abroad overseas training program. Sponsors from different countries offer a wide variety of learning opportunity like training, seminar, study grant, research, observation tour, and other related mission conducted of the host country. Invi- Invitation from other countries also include the participation of PNP personnel investigation, sports, cultural, and religious activities. And number two naman, in-country training program. Where various countries composed of different organizations and foreign counterpart are working in partnership with the PNP of create a variety of police training and capacity building development program throughout the country. Most of the sponsoring countries focus their initiative, initiative on building the PNP law enforcement capacity giving premium on terrorism, counter intelligence, and chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear defense, CBRN related training. Sa promotion is the confirmed to the next higher rank with the increase in duties and responsibility as authorized by law, usually accompanied by the corresponding increase in salary. Yun. Sa represents from promotion naman is appropriate eligibility. Whenever whenever there are two or more persons who are next in rank, preference shall be given to the person who is the most competent and qualified and who has the appropriate eligibility. And here, istamya. B. Competent and ano yun? Because when competent, qualified, when the competence qualified eligibility are required, preference shall be given the qualified member in organization until where the vacancy occurs. Sa C naman, seniority. When all the four condition have been taken into the account, and still the member in the next rank have the same merit and qualification, preference shall be given to the most senior officer. Number two, factor in the selection for promotion. Efficiency of performance. Service as aid of aids to a fair appraisal of the candidate's proficiency. The performance rating period shall be considered, provided that into the instance shall be candidate be considered for promotion unless he had obtained a rating of the least satisfactory.
The timing grade for appointment on to PNP ranks NAPOLCOM Resolution number No 2013-501 as follows: Police Corporal, 2 years as patrolman. Police Staff Sergeant, 2 years as Police Corporal. Police Master Sergeant, 3 years as Police Staff Sergeant. Police Senior Master Sergeant, 2 years as Police Master Sergeant. Police Chief Sergeant, 2 years as Police Senior Master Sergeant. Police Executive Sergeant, 2 years as Police Chief Master Sergeant. Police Lieutenant, 3 years as Police Executive Master Sergeant. Police Captain, 3 years as Police Lieutenant and Police Major, 3 years as Police Captain. Police Lieutenant Colonel, 3 years as Police Major. Police Colonel. 3 years as Police Lieutenant Colonel. Police Brigadier General, 2 years as Police Colonel. And for the physical character and personality refers to the factor of physical fitness and capacity as well as attitude and personality traits in so far they bear on nature of the rank and or position to be filled. Leadership potential pertains the capacity and ability to perform the duties required in the new or higher position and good qualities of leadership. Noted, all officers are eligible to promote during the entire length of his service, provided they meet the minimum requirements for promotion. Types of promotion. A. Regular promotion. It refers to the promotion to the next higher rank granted to any uniformed personnel who pass the minimum qualification standard. Section 33 of RA number 8551 and Section 2 of RA number 9708. And for section level promotion, from the rank of patrolman and patrolwoman to police lieutenant colonel, provide he/she meet the approved qualification standard requires for every rank. Third level of promotion. Promotion from the police rank colonel up to general provide he/she is with the promotional zone of consideration and designated to the approval table of organization positions. And for letter B, specialized promotion. Meritorious promotion, it refers to the promotion to the next higher rank granted to any uniformed personnel who has exhibit acts of conspicuous courage and gallantry at the risk of his her life above and beyond the call of duty. Section 33 of RA 855 and Section 2 of RA numbers 9708. Only on the spot, special promotion conferred by the President of Republic of the Philippines shall be exempt from validation of NAPOLCOM. The issuance of promotion orders shall be immediately be undertaken by PNP with the corresponding individual appointment for signature by the appointing authority to be submitted to the Civil Service Commission for attestation. Only officers in the second level, that is from the rank of patrolman to patrolwoman to police lieutenant colonel, shall be granted special promotion. This shall be no special promotion for the third level ranks. In the evaluation of and grant of special promotion, the qualification of standard of education eligibility, training, and experience as prescribed under NAPOLCOM MC number 98003 dated January 9, 1998 as deemed waived for police non-commissioned officers. For a special promotion granted to PCO rank, only the experience qualification is what waived. In the case of all the three other qualification standard requirements are lacking, the promotion shall be in temporary status. The promotion for PCO shall be in temporary status pending completion on the lacking education, eligibility, or training requirements for per permanency to be complied with 1 year from the date of effective promotion. The temporary appointment may be renewed once and in case of non-compliance with the required qualification and standard. Criteria in the grant of special promotion. The acts of conspicuous courage described in the recommendation for special promotion must be the deed of personal bravery and self-sacrifice above and beyond the call of duty of PNP uniform personnel, so conspicuous and distinguish the act clearly over and above his comrades in the performance of more than ordinary hazardous service, such as but not limited to the following. Number one, overwhelming number of enemies and firepower capability as against the strength of PNP operation and their firepower capabilities. Number two, infiltration and penetration of the safe house and hideouts of organized crime syndicates such as terrorism, hijacking, kidnapping, illegal drugs, and carnapping. Number three, shootout, shootout, uh, sh- shootout in robbery incident inside public places such as malls, government office, business establishments, and public utility vehicles. And four, conduct for rescue disaster operation that resulted in saving of lives and properties. An act of heroism is established in the face of an armed enemy in or in the having of life properties. Number one, spot promotion. It is a specialized promotion conferred by the President of Republic of the Philippines, which shall be exempt from the validation of NAPOLCOM. Number two, posthumous promotion. It shall be specialized promotion given for acts of heroism exhibit in the face of an armed enemy or in conduct of rescue, disasters operations resulting in loss of life. 3. Promotion by virtue position. Any PNP personnel designated to any K position whose rank is lower than which is required for such position shall, after 6 months of occupying the same, be entitled to a rank adjacent corresponding to the position. Number 4. NUP promotion. It refers to the advancement of one employee from one position to another with an increase in duties and responsibility as authorized by law, and usually accompanied by an increase in salary. Republic Act Number 7041. First level promotion. Promotion from salary grade to 9. Second level promotion. Promotion from salary grade to grade 10 to 11. So for the retirement, so the type of retirement is compulsory retirement. It shall be upon attainment of age 56 to officer for officer and non-officer, provided that in case of any officer with the rank of police brigadier general to police general, the commission may allow his retention in service for an inextensible period of one year. Compulsory retirement personnel are entitled of one rank higher in computation of retirement benefits and must be served for at least 1 year of active service per permanent rank pursuant to Section 74 of RA 1675. The President can also extend the term of Chief PNP even if he reached the compulsory retirement. Under Executive Order Number 136 Series of 1999, which recognized the power of President to approve the extension of service of presidential appointees beyond the compulsory retirement age for exemplary meritorious reason. Example, and Police Senior Master Sergeant David P. Dokyog was compulsorily retired from the PNP service pursuant to Section 39. In relation to Section 74 and 75 of RA 1675, effective, effective November 25, 1995 with 29 years, 1 month and 10 days in length of service with retirement pay based on Police Chief Master Sergeant. So this was the base kung nakikita nyo lang this one. So let's proceed to letter B. Option retirement upon accumulation of at least 10 to 20 years of satisfactory active service. An officer or non-officer of its own request and will be approval of commission shall be retired from the service and entitled to one rank higher in no computation of retirement benefits and must be served for at least 1 year of active service in the permanent rank provided under the section 74 of RA 6975. So example, Police Executive Master Sergeant Doki B. I-post yung nga. Naulit. So the example of Police Executive Master Sergeant Doki was optionally retired from the PNP service pursuant to Section 40 in relation to the Section 74 of RA 1675. Effective against August 31 to 1966, 1996 with 25 years, 7 months, 29 days in length of service with retirement pay based on the police lieutenant. So his base pay as a police lieutenant was 49,528. And the long pay fifth was 24,764. So the total are 74,229. So next slide, the letter C, total permanent physical disability or TPPD. An officer or non-officer who is permanently totally disabled as result of injuries suffered or sickness contracted in the performance of his duty as duly certified by the National Police Commission. Upon finding and certification by appropriate medical officer that the extent of disability or sickness renders such member unfit or unable to further perform the duties of his position shall be entitled to 1 year salary and lifetime pension equivalent to 80% of his salary in addition to another benefits as provided under the existing law. Noted, should such member who has been retired permanent total disability under section die with 5 years from his retirement, surviving legal spouse or if there be none, the surviving dependent legitimate children shall be entitled to the person. In other words, yung the next line of his generation or yung mga magiging anak niya. So, retirement benefit. The monthly retirement pay for military uniform personnel shall be 50% of their basic pay and long longevity pay of retired credit in case of 20 years of active service, increasing by 2.5% for every year and active service rendered beyond 20 years to a maximum of 90% or 36 years of active on over. So this was the table. Slide. Hindi ko alam babasahin to. So, PNP attrition system. It refers to the retirement or separation from the police service PNP uniform personnel pursuant to any of the means mentioned in section 24 to 29, Public Act number 8551. The downsigning of personnel in the PNP on the basis provided by law, a system of forced retirement or separation from service. Number one, attrition by attainment of maximum tenure in position. In order to provide a wider field of experience and expertise and accommodate and give opportunity to an increasing number of qualified officers, third level police commission officers may hold following key position for uh, cumulative period indicates. Positions, Chief PNP, maximum tenure are 4 years. For the Chief PNP, 4 years of tenure. And sa TDCA and TDCO, 4 years to 3 and TCDS 3 years to 2. And for director of the staff 2 years to 2 years, and director NSU also 2 years. So puro 2 years na yung sumunod diyan, kaya next na natin. Bahala bahala kayo.
Arbitration by relief. A PNP member who has been relieved for cause and has not been given as assignment within two years from the effective date of such relief shall be retired or separate. To warrant attrition by relief, the following elements must concur. The relief is for a just cause. The PNP member has not been given any assignment within 2 years from her relief, and 3 are available position commensurate to her rank, and the non-assignment for a continuous period of 2 years is due to valid reason and or reason attributable to him, her, or her refusal to accept any position commensurate to her rank. The 2 years period provided under section 56 RA number 8551 shall be counted from the effective date of has been assigned to a position commensurate to her relief for cause. However, if the PNP member concerned rank, he or she, as the case may be, could no longer be subjected to attrition proceeding regardless of the length of the intervening period before she was given a new assignment. Number 3, attrition by the demotion in position. A PNP member who is relieved and assigned to a position lower than number 3. Attrition by demotion is position a PNP member who is relieved and assigned to a position lower than what is established for his her rank in the PNP staffing pattern, and who shall not be assigned to a position commensurate to such rank despite the existence of a vacancy within 18 months after his her demotion in position shall be retired or separate. Number 3, attrition by demotion is position. The PNP member who is relieved and assigned to a position lower than what is established for his her rank in a PNP staffing pattern, and who shall not be assigned to a position commensurate to such rank despite the existence of a vacancy within 18 months after his her demotion is position shall be retired or separate. To warrant attrition, the following elements must concur. The PNP member is relieved and assigned to a position lower than what is established for his or her rank. His or her the designation to such lower position is attributable to him, her, and this exists a positional vacancy for the rank during the 18 months recognized after his her demotion in position. A PNP member who is promoted to the next higher rank but occupying a position lower than what is called for by his her present rank within 3 months despite availability of commensurate position shall be attired. To warrant attrition, the following element must concur. A PNP member is promoted in rank. Said PNP member is occupying a position not commensurate to his her present rank, and she refused to relinquish said position within 3 months from his her position is in rank despite availability of commensurate position. Attrition by non-promotion. A PNP member who has not been promoted for a continuous period for 10 years shall be retired or separate. To warrant attrition by non-promotion in rank, the following elements must concur. A PNP member has not been promoted in rank for continuous period of 10 years, and three are existing vacancies for regular promotion. Non-promotion in rank is due to the failure of the PNP member concerned to satisfy the minimum qualification standard and or comply with other requirements for promotion to the next higher rank, and if she is within the zone of consideration based on SLL, and his her non inclusion in the promotion list is due to reason attributable to himself. The 10 years period was as provided for under section number 28 RA number 8551 shall be breakdown from the effectivity date of rules and regulation implementing RA 8551. Attrition by other means. A PNP member with at least 5 years or of accumulate active service shall be separate based on any of the following factor. Inefficiency based on poor performance during the 2 years successive annual rating period. To warrant attrition, a PNP member has been rate poor for 4 successive rating period and B. Inefficiency based on poor performance for 3 years. 3 cumulative annual rating to warrant attrition. A PNP member was rate poor for 3 cumulative annual rating and the ranking period for attrition falling under number 1, inefficiency based on poor performance during the last 2 successive annual rating period and 2, inefficiency based on poor performance for 3 cumulative annual rating period. Physical and or mental incapacity to perform police function and duties. To warrant attrition, the following elements must concur. There is physical and or mental incapacity which has been evaluated and certified by the medical screening committee as defined in existing PNP and APOLCOM circular. The physical and mental incapacity renders the PNP member incapable of performing police function and duty. Any PNP member who officially applies for optional retirement to total payment physical of an attrition proceeding. The reckoning date is disability TPPD separation shall not be subject to effectivity effectivity of RA number 8551 is the physical and mental incapacity of a PNP member had long and she is still in the police service. The medical screening committee shall endorse such findings to the concerned attrition be medically established board for deliberation. D. Failure to pass the required entrance examination twice and finish the required career course except for justifiable reason. To warrant attrition, for failure to pass the entrance examination, the following elements must concur. A PNP member failed to pass twice the entrance examination required for a mandatory career course and such mandatory course is required for her promotion to higher rank. Failure to finish the requirement mandatory courses except for justifiable reason. To warrant attrition for failure to finish the required mandatory career courses, the following element must concur. A PNP member was issued appropriate under to take the required career course and she failed to finish the said mandatory career course without justifiable reason and was not declared graduate by training institution. F. Refusal to take period PNP physical fitness test without justifiable reason. To warrant attrition, the following element must concur. A schedule of the periodic PNP physical fitness test has been published and the PNP member failed to take the said test on the scheduled date of or on the special test subsequently subsequently scheduled and the failure to take said test is without justifiable reason. G. Failure to take PNP physical fitness test for consecutive periodic test due to health reason. To warrant attrition, the following element must concur. A schedule of the periodic PNP physical fitness test has been published. The PNP member failed to take the said test on the scheduled date or on the special test subsequently scheduled. Failure to take the said test is for health reason as evaluated and certified by the PNP Health Service. A PNP member failed to take 4 consecutive periodic PNP physical fitness tests due to health reason. H. Failure to pass PNP physical fitness test for 2 consecutive periodic tests or 4 cumulative periodic tests. To warrant attrition, the following element must concur. A schedule of the periodic PNP physical fitness test has been published. The PNP member filed to pass the said test on scheduled date or on the special test subsequently scheduled. Failure to pass said test as evaluated and certified by DHRDD. A PNP member failed to pass 2 consecutive periodic tests or 4 cumulative periodic tests. Non-compliance with the minimum qualification standard for the permanency of original appointment. To warrant attrition, the following element must concur. The original appointment of the PNP member concerned was issued in temporary status under the waiver program field, training program, or due to lack of prescribed eligibility, and he/she failed to satisfy the requirement for the adjustment for his/her appointment from temporary to permanent status within the prescribed period. Retirement or separation under the attrition system. Any personnel who is dismissed from the PNP pursuant to different ways above mentioned shall be retired if he or she has rendered at least 20 years of service, and separate if he or she has remained less than 20 years of service. In such case, the personnel is entitled to receive benefit unless the personnel is disqualified by law of receive the same. Reference, Republic Act Number 6975. An act established the Philippines National Police under recognized Department of Interior and Local Government, and for other purpose. Republic Act Number 8551, otherwise known as the PNP Reform and Recognition of 1988. Republic Act Number 7808. Entitled an act extending for 5 years the reglementary period for complying with the minimum education qualification for appointment to the Philippines National Police, and adjusting the promotion system, therefore amending for the purpose pertinent provision of Republic Act Number 6975 and Republic Act Number 8551 and for other purpose. NAPORCOM MC number 2007008, date September 20, 2007, entitled Promotion and Placement System for Third Level Police Commission Officer, with prescribed policies and guidelines government promotion of PCOS to third level rank, and their selection and placement to key position of responsibility in the PNP. PNP Circular Number 2009-019, date October 30, 2009, entitled Guidelines and.
So, doon na po tayo sa Chapter 5, PNP Administrative Disciplinary Authorities. Number 1, citizens compliant. A compliant initiated by a natural or judicial person or its duly authorized representative or guardian on account of an injury, damage, or disturbance sustained a result of irregular or illegal act of omission of a member of the PNP. Any compliance shall be brought before the following: Chief of Police. Number 2, Mayor of Cities and Municipalities. Number 3, People's Law Enforcement Board. And ito po yung composition niya. A member of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, bayan chosen by the respective Sanggunian. Punong barangay of the city of or municipality concerned, chosen by the Liga ng mga Barangay. And number 3 is the other members removable only those chosen by the local peace and order council from among the respected members of the community known as their probability and integrity, one of whom must be woman and other members of the bar, or in the absence thereof a college graduates or principal of the central elementary school in the locality. And the chairpersons of the PLEB shall elected on the members. Then punta po tayo sa quorum. The presence of the three members and the about at least three members shall be recalled in pretending decisions. Terms of office, 3 years from assumption of the office. So, yung una dito is application of the principles of holdover. And number two is the Sangguniang members and punong barangay automatically case to be PLEB members upon the expiration of their terms of office. Membership of PLEB is a civic duty. Number two is breach of internal discipline. Any office of committed by a members of the PNP involving minor offense affecting the orders of disciplines within the police organization. Minor cases, offenses, refers to an act or omission not involving moral turpitude but affecting the internal discipline of the PNP and shall include but not limited to a simple conduct, negligence, insubordinations, frequent absence and tardiness, habitual drunkenness, and gambling prohibited by the law. Then, compliant for breach of international discipline shall be brought before the following disciplinary authorities. Number one is the chief of police or equivalent supervisors, where an impossible penalty is admonition or reprimand, restriction to specified limits without holding a privilege, forms of salary or suspensions, or any for combination of the foregoing, provided that in all cases the total period shall not exceed 15 days. The equivalent supervisor, force commander, provincial mobile force company. Then number two is force commander, district mobile force. Then yung C is chief of police station of Manila Police District, Quezon City Police District. The number two is provincial director or equivalent supervisor, wherein the impossible penalty is admonition or reprimand, restrictive custody, withholding a privilege, forfeiture of salary or suspension, or any combination of the foregoing provided that in all cases the total period shall be not exceed in 30 days. The equivalent supervisors, director city police office of highly urbanized or chartered cities, force commanders, regional mobile force, then C, chief regional administrative support unit, then D is chief regional operational support. Police, number 3, police regional directors or equivalent supervisors, where the impossible penalty is dismissal for the service of admonition or reprimand, restrictive custody, withholding a privilege, for forfeiture of salary or suspension, demotion, for any of the combination of the foregoing provided in that all cases the total period shall not exceed in 60 days. The equivalent supervisors, director of police district office, national captain regional police office, then director of national administrative support unit, then C is director national operational support unit. Number 4 is the chief of police, the PNP, where the impossible penalty is dismissal from the service, vice, suspension or forfeiture of salary, or any combination thereof for a period not exceeding in 180 days, provided further that the chief of PNP shall not having authority to place police personnel under restrictive custody during the presidency of a grave administrative or criminal against him.
Summary dismissal power of the NAPOLCOM Chief, PNP, and PNP Regional Director. Summary dismissal case is one where the maximum penalty impossible in dismissal from the service and the offense falls under any of the following cases. A. 1. The charge is serious and the evidence of guilt is strong. B. When the respondent is a recidivist or has been repeatedly charged and there are reasonable grounds to believe that he is guilty of the charge. C. When the respondent is guilty of a serious offense involving conduct and becoming of a police officer. And D. When any member of officer has been absent without official leave for a continuous period of 30 calendar days or more, provided that where dropping from the role is resorted to as mode of separation from the service. The police officer can no longer be charged for serious neglect of duty arising from absence without leave, AWOL, and vice versa. Number 5, Internal Affairs Service, IAS. IAS is the lead police watchdog and was mandated to investigate police misconduct and gather evidence in support of an open investigation, conduct summary hearing on PNP member facing administrative charge, and conduct motu proprio automatic investigation in incident where A. Police personnel discharge of firearm. B. That serious physical injury or any violation of human rights occur in the conduct of police operation. C. Evidence was compromised, tempered with obliterated or lost while in the custody of police personnel. D. A suspect in the custody of the police was seriously injured. And E. The established rules of engagement have been violated. The immediate superior or supervisor are automatically included in the investigation of the IAS to exclusively determine lapses in administration and supervision, and any superior or supervisor found to be negligent shall be recommended automatically for dismissal or demotion. As the case may be, the recommendation of the IAS for the imposition of disciplinary measure as a uniform member of the PNP, once final cannot be revised, set aside, or unduly delayed by the disciplinary authority not disclosed. The resolution of the provincial IAS dismissing an administrative complaint shall be forwarded to the regional IAS for review, or decisions of the regional IAS dismissing the administrative case may be appealed to the Inspector General. Decision of the Inspector General affirming resolution of the regional IAS dismissing an administrative compliance shall be appealed to the National Appellate Board. 5. Civil Service Commission, CSC. The Civil Service embrace all branches, subdivisions, instrumentalities, and agencies of the government, including government-owned or controlled corporation without original characters. Section 2, Article 6B of 1987 Constitution. The Civil Service Commission, as the central personnel agency of the government, shall be establish a career service and adopt measures to promote moral, efficiency, integrity, responsiveness, progressiveness, and courtesy in the civil service. XXX Section 3, Article 6B, 1987 Philippine Constitution. The Civil Service Law and its implementing rule and regulations are applied all personnel of the department. Section 91 RA number 6975. These rules shall be applicable to all cases brought before the Civil Service Commission and other government agencies except where a special law provide otherwise. Section 2 CSC Resolution number 991936 Uniform Rule on Administrative Cases in the Civil Service. 6. Office of the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman and his deputies as protectors of the people shall act promptly on compliance field in any form or manner agents, officer, or employees of the government, including government-owned or controlled corporation, and or of any subdivision, agencies, or instrumentality thereof, enforce their administrative, civil, and criminal liability in every case where the evidence warrant in order promote efficiency service by the government to the people. Section 13 RA 6770. The office of the ombudsman shall have disciplinary authority on elective and appointive official of the government and its subdivisions, instrumentality, and agencies, including members of the cabinet, local government, government-owned and controlled corporations, and their subsidiaries, except every official who may be removed only by impeachment of over member controlled of Congress and the Judiciary, Section 21 of RA 6770. At its option, the office of the Ombudsman may refer certain compliance to the proper disciplinary authority for the institution of appropriate administrative proceeding agents, hearing public office of employees, which shall be in accordance with the civil service law. Any delay without just cause in acting on any referral made by the office of the ombudsman is a ground for administrative action against the office or employee to whom such referrals are addressed and shall constitute a grave offense punishable by a fine of none exceeding 5,000 pesos, Section 23 of RA 6660. Prohibition against forum shopping or multiply feeling of compliance. The feeling of several compliance arising from the one and the same cause of action involving the same parties asking for the same relief with the different administrative disciplinary authorities. The Internal Affairs Service and the Office of the Ombudsman. When the administrative compliance is filled with Police Disciplinary Authority, PLEB, no other case involving the same cause of action shall be filed with any other disciplinary authority. The violation of the prohibition against forum shopping shall be a ground for the dismissal of the case motu proprio or upon motion of the respondent. In order to prevent forum shopping, the compliant or party seeking relief in the compliance shall certify under oath in such pleading or in sworn certification annex derecho and simultaneously filled therewith the truth of the following fact and undertaking. That has not herefore commenced any other actions or proceeding involving the same issues in the disciplinary forum. That to be of his knowledge, no such action proceeding is pending in other police, administrative, disciplinary, mechanic, machinery, or authority. That if there is any such action or proceeding which is either pending or may have been terminated, he must state the status thereof, and that if he should thereafter learn that a similar action or proceeding has been filed or is pending before any other police disciplinary authority, he must undertake to report that fact within 5 days, therefore to the disciplinary authority where the original compliant or pleading has been filed. Penalties in an administrative case in the PNP. Reprimand or admonition. Withholding or privilege. Restriction or special limit. A penalty which prohibits the respondent to be at a specified area. Restrictive custody is disciplinary measure that may be imposed by the Chief PNP, the PNP Regional Director, or equivalent supervision, the PNP Provincial Director, or equivalent supervisor during the pendency of a grave administrative or criminal charge filed against subordinate police officers, which may be consist of confinement within the camp with proper accounting and monitor of their activities, provided that when situation warrants and they are required to go outside of the camp, they should be properly escorted on the one-on-one basis with proper recording of activities, the place of destination, time of departure, time of arrival, and the names of the escort. Provided further that a police personnel under restrictive custody is required to turn over his issued firearms to the responsible supply of officer within the same period of custody. Forfeiture of salary, a penalty imposed upon the respondent who is found culpable of the offense charged with consists of taking his salary for a certain period but is no case charged exceed 1 month The respondent who is penalized with forfeiture of salary is required to report for duty, suspension, 1 rank demotion, dismissal from service.
Okay, dito naman tayo sa appellate bodies. A formal administrative disciplinary appellate machinery consisting of the National Appellate Board and the Regional Appellate Board of the National Police Commission, the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government, CILG, and the Civil Service Commission, CSC. The National Appellate Board, NAB, the National Appellate is composed of 4 Secretary Commission chaired by the Vice Chairperson and Executive Officers. The following are applicable to NAB. A. Decision of the chair of the PNP where the penalty is imposed in the demotion of dismissal from the service, and decision of the Inspector of General affirming the resolution of the Regional IAS or the Prosecution Division of the National IAS dismissing of the complaint of the lack of the probable causes. And the Regional Appellate Board RAB of the Senior Office of the NAPOLCOM Regional Office Chairperson and 1 representative from the PNP and Regional Office and Order Council. As member, the following are applicable to RAB. The Regional the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government. Decision of the RAB and the NAB may be appeal to the Secretary of the Department of the Interior and Local Government. Civil Service Commission. The following are appealable to the Civil Service Commission. Decision of the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government in the exercise of the appellate accept decision of the NAB affirming the resolution of the National IAS dismissal of the complaint for lack of probable cause. And last, decision of the NAPOLCOM summary dismissal authority accept decision approving the dismissal of the complaint for the lack of probable cause.